So it's the next day. There's the Galaxie over there. And I dragged out this gas tank I had in my parts collection over there in the shed. This came off of a 66 two-door I had a while back. The same 390 engine that's in that car came out of the 66 two-door. Same car that this tank came out of. So I'm just kind of giving it a clean up, trying to make sure there's no holes. The only thing I'm starting to find wrong with it is just some pitting from right here, but I don't think none of that rust went through the tank. But it's cleaning up really well. So, and I looked inside the tank, it's pretty clean. So I'm gonna continue to clean it up, and I got some old Krylon undercoating that I'm probably gonna put on there. Running low on good Rust-Oleum black spray paint. I'll spray a little bit of it with this, and if I don't like it, then I'll do something else. But it's rubberized, and it says professional, so it should be all right, right? All right, so I knocked the sending unit out of here, and I've got a bunch of spare sending unit parts, among which it looks like I got a brand new block ring. Here's the old one. So yeah, that'll work. A brand new float. I don't know if that float was bad, but I've got a brand new one, might as well use it. Oh yeah, this float has a hole in it right there. So yeah, we're gonna replace that float. I don't think I have another filter. This is the old filter material that was wrapped around here. I'm trying to figure out how this comes off of here, and if I can figure out a way to get something to work. I got a bunch of these type filters, but part of me wonders if I need to have a screen there, just run an extra filter in line. But I'm gonna figure something out. Alright, I got this thing cleaned up. I didn't see any holes or anything to worry about, so I'm gonna go on and paint it. Alrighty guys, I just wrestled with this old tank. Got this out of here. Still got half full of gas, I found out. Got some holes in it right there. I think the sending unit in this one be alright, so I'm gonna drain the tank, take the sending unit out, and then throw the tank in the dumpster back there. Okay guys, so I've kind of come to a standstill when it comes to the gas tank installation. I got this one all painted up. Looks pretty good in there. I don't know if y'all can see. Oh yeah, y'all can see in there. Got this all painted up with some undercoating. The reason I'm at a standstill is I don't have a good sending unit. This one's just so crudded up, and then I went to clean on it, and then I broke that wire strap. So I don't want to have to drop that tank again in the future to find out I jerry-rigged the sending unit and the sending unit fails me. So I'm gonna just order a new one of those, even if I did fix this one, because I tested the other one that was cleaned up and can't get it to work. So even if I got this one to work, which I think this one did work because it had half a tank of gas in it, and the gauge showed half a tank of gas in it before I dropped it, I wouldn't have this filter screen that I need. So I'm just going to order a new one. New one comes with a new float, new filter screen, everything. So I just want to do this job once. So I'm going to work on the brakes again. Take the rear drums off, look at them, put any grease in there if I need to, and get the bleeder screws replaced so I can bleed them myself, and then see if we can get some brakes. Alrighty, so today we're working on the Galaxie. Gonna put this gas tank in it, is the plan. So I got a new sending unit, came in the mail. So I'm gonna open that up and put that on there. I can't remember if that came with a lock ring, but I've got a new one in my assortment of parts. So we'll make something happen. Alrighty, so this is the sending unit right here. It had a little filter screen on the end, but I'm not going to use that. I took that off. If there is something's going to get clogged up, I'm going to have some fuel filters in line, you know, to the pump. So if there is anything that, you know, stuff that didn't come out of this one, I blew it out and cleaned it. I mean, it looks really, doubt y'all can even see anything in there, but I looked in it with a spotlight. It looks pretty clean. And if there is any flakes and stuff that get dislodged, then the fuel filters will catch it, and that'll be easier to get to. So I'm not going to run a screen. I gotta reference my pictures I took when I took the old one out and see which way this one goes. So I'm gonna do that now. So I just figured out there's a couple of tabs on here that kind of make sure you get this positioned right, and two little grooves for them to go into. So that's good. That way I know I got it turned correctly. And then now I need to get my lock ring on there. So I don't have an exact replacement new rubber piece that seals the filler neck to the tank on that side, but this is the original one off of the parts car that this tank came out of, and this is also the filler neck that came out of the parts car. The one that actually came out of this car was way more rusty than this one, so I decided to use this one since I had it. So this gasket has got some cracks on it, but it does have some flexibility to it. And I just put some of this rubber treatment stuff, cheap stuff I got at the store on clearance that I've had laying around. Not a huge fan of this product, but it's good for applications like this. And I figure I just use something like that to help it lubricate so it'll go install easy. But also, maybe, you know, this is supposed to restore kind of rubber and stuff and vinyl. So maybe it will kind of soak into it and help it out. As you can see, this is an original Fumoco. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Rather than waiting another week, I want to get this gas tank in there. So alrighty, I'm gonna move on to the next step, I reckon. It's very cobwebby down up in there. So that had to bend and flex a good bit in order for that to seat in there properly, and it didn't, you know, fall apart on me. So I'm confident in that. That'll be just fine. So I did a quick sanding on the inside of this fuel door and blew it out pretty good. And I'm just gonna mop some POR 15 up in there just so it doesn't look so crappy. I know that's gonna be an eyesore when I get the car painted if I don't do something down there. So I'm gonna just quickly with a brush just kind of stick some POR 15 in there. All right, so I got that mopped in there pretty good, and you know, all of this is going to get sanded down and what all. So that's how I wanted it. So I'm gonna get it jacked up now so I can start making a plan for getting that tank in there. Pretty sure I'm gonna want to brush and blow off some of that debris under there. I know underneath the car is very dirty, so let me get her jacked up. Alrighty then. So that hangs down like that. You get your bolt and then your nut. Tighten it up. Could any of y'all tell me what this hose is coming from the rear end? And it just kind of goes up there to that cross member. Is that just some sort of positive pressure release or something like that? It's a vent. Y'all don't mind, comment that down below. I'm curious. So this is the old original fuel line, which was plastic or rubber or whatever that is. And I can see it running all the way up. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm wondering if I can actually use this or not. If I blow some air through there, maybe that'll... I can't remember what it looked like on the engine side. Let me go look. See if that fuel line is something I want to try to use. I did already buy a new fuel line. So it looks like it comes on up here, but I'm gonna replace it. I don't trust it. It's entirely possible that there's a split or crack or something that I just ain't seen yet. So I reckon it's time to get the gas tank in there. I had to wrestle with that thing, but got her on there. So let's see if that filler neck will fit. Alrighty, so I cleaned this up. I'm gonna lubricate the end of it here. Trying to make it as easy as possible to get this slide on down in there. So this is the orientation. So we gotta go in like that, and then I can see and hear what I'm doing. And it's tight, but I can work it in there. So we just gotta do some playing with it, but that's what we want, is a tight seal anyway. So I'm gonna work on this real quick. Alrighty, so we got it mounted up. Got those sheet metal screws in there. That's seated in there good. And got my harness hooked up. We got this old fuel line to take out, but it's coming together. So I just got this old plastic fuel line out of here, and it's real brittle, so definitely needs replacing. Kind of bizarre that they used plastic fuel lines back in the day, or rubber or whatever this is, but it feels like plastic. But alrighty, so I'm gonna see if I can start routing some of that fuel line. Alrighty guys, so this is that piece of hose that's coming from the tank, and ran out of hose. This was all the auto parts store had, was 15 foot, and that's not quite enough, but that's actually fine because I ordered some of these style of fuel filters. I'm gonna run, you know, at least one down to the fuel pump, and maybe even more than one, just until the gas tank has some miles on it. I'll see if it's gonna try to put sediment in the fuel system, but that gets me 90% of the way there. So about to be able to retire this thing and run it off the tank. So I'm excited about that. I'm about to wrap it up. I gotta rest sometime. I work hard throughout the week. So there's supposed to be some rain coming, even though it's pretty right now. There's supposed to be some rain coming, but that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I appreciate y'all watching. Yeah, like and subscribe if you think it's coming together. So have a great day, y'all.